Hello and welcome to Nairobi Baptist Church, Kibra. We are glad you're joining us today. And as a global church, our focus or our theme focus comes from the book of Acts chapter 1 verse 8, grow and go. Basically talks about being God's witnesses after you have received power from the Holy Spirit. And this month we had focused on the same, just to emphasize on growing and being witnesses as we go to the ends of the earth. And on the first Sunday of the month of January, in the year 2022, we had a focus on the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 16, all the way to 19. And the topic for this particular verse, or rather this particular preaching, was God will make a way for you. And as we focus on the theme verse as a global church, and even as Nairobi Baptist Church, Kibra, you get to understand that God gets to send people to be witnesses to Him. And we tend to forget, or sometimes circumstances remind us as Christians that God is the one who has sent us, and He will definitely make a way. Could be financial, could be rest, could be mental issues that probably in the field you're probably battling a little stress here and there. And our lead pastor, Reverend Omsula, really reminded us that God will surely make a way irrespective of the situation. And on our second Sunday, and still the month of January, we continue to focus on our theme verse, which is still grow and go. Still from the book of Acts chapter 1, verse 8. Still focuses more about the getting to grow and actually maturing, and then now being sent. When you look at the verse in the book of Acts chapter 8, chapter 1, before you get all the way to 8, you would find that they are getting equipped in some way. And even the previous chapters, you would find they had been told to wait on the Holy Spirit. And so the verse clearly speaks about, and you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you. That was our focus in that side. And on the second Sunday, on the third Sunday rather, we went on and expounded more about just the theme verse for the year, which is grow and go, from the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 1 to 7. It still talks about more about the emphasis of growing and go. And as you know from the background, Timothy is considered to be an apprentice of Paul, who gets to be equipped and gets to also grow and let people understand the word and teach the word too. And lastly, but not least, we had spoken about still the theme verse, but the preaching came from the book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 1 all the way to 17. And in our last Sunday, we focused on the lesson, Wait upon the Lord, which came from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 25 all the way to 30. This is very interesting because Jacob has been actually reminded vividly that the Lord is still there and is able to minister to him. Maybe you might be going through things in your life and you sometimes feel like God is not hearing or is too far or cannot do anything about it. I would urge us to wait upon the Lord, because I am sure, and I can tell you this with absolute confidence, that the Lord will surely minister to you. As you continue waiting upon Him, He will show you how great and merciful He can be. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you're going to be joining us in our subsequent online platforms, which is Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.